sir. All right, we're here for the interview series attached to the Our Dollars, Our Dignity, the Power of the Black Consumer panel here with 212 NYC. We're excited to have the moderator for tonight's panel here for an interview. Tell them who you are.
I'm DéVon Christopher Johnson, CEO of BOMESI and founder of Blue Life Media Group.
Fantastic. Thanks for setting aside some time for us to chat.
Of course.
Let's sort of dig into it. You know, we do this panel mostly every year. The subtopic changes, always keyed around Black History Month. In your personal life, how has Black History Month evolved over time, your perception of it?
Yeah, it's interesting that you bring that up. Here we are, Black History Month, and we're talking about the Black consumer, right? But we're talking about it in Black History Month, but we're consumers 365 days a year. For me, I think that Black History Month, when I was younger, was more like a celebration. So it was a lot of like Dr. King or Harriet Tubman, a lot of like posters and like historical context. I think it's evolved to really look at us as consumers and purchasers and movers of brands and industry and all these things. So I'm excited about the evolution of Black History Month, and it feels more like Black Futures Month versus Black History Month. I think so much historically has been, again, those posters on the wall, Dr. King, Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman, and that is like in a rearview mirror. It's like, how do we see ourselves in the future with that anchor there? So I'm excited about the evolution of Black History Month.
Great. Let's keep on the evolution and the forward-looking element. What does the evolution of the Black consumer look like, either sort of looking a little bit back and going into the future, or just from here forward, whatever you prefer?
Yeah, I think the Black consumer is probably one of the most taken for granted in this country. I think we're only spoken to at certain tentpole moments throughout the year, as opposed to, again, back to the last question, I'm Black every day. I wake up Black, I go to sleep Black, I go throughout my life as Black. So not just in February or not just like in June for Black Music Month. As a consumer, I'm demanding better quality products. So therefore I demand brands to recognize that I'm using my dollars to make decisions at the grocery store, at the movie theater, at whatever department store I'm at. I think it's important for that to be recognized that it happens every day. I don't mind Black History Month being a focus point, right? So it's okay to highlight us as consumers in February, but that should be the beginning of a year-long engagement, not just a 28-day engagement.
I like it. You and Walter Geer in the same territory here.
That's my buddy.
He's a brilliant man. He's a friend of 212. We're glad to have him. We're glad to chat with you. Let's stick with the territories element here. What are some of the territories brands should be thinking about when they engage with the Black consumer?
I mean, here's a few things. So I can talk territory geographically, but also device usage, right? So geographically, I think historically, the Black consumer has been concentrated in like major urban cities. But we've seen since the pandemic that we're spreading all over the country. People are working remote, people are working abroad, people just moving outside of like New York City and LA or Atlanta or Houston. We're all over the country. That's geographically, I think we should look at us as a national audience. Device-wise, I think social media is still the place that like the Black consumer, Black culture, Black engagement drives the most traffic. So I think coupling that, so see where people are speaking. Like if you're gonna look at social media, it's not just what they're writing or posting, where they're writing from. Is this someone in Midwest Kansas, or is it someone in New York? And who are they influencing locally, getting attention nationally, and influencing decision-making around purchasing products and stuff?
Great. If we go with the thesis in the front that Black History Month and we should be focused on the Black consumer all year long, why and how do you think this wonderful opportunity has heretofore been mostly missed?
Yeah. I think we are looked at. Now, here's the thing, population-wise, census data, we're only 14% of the population. So I think that 14% seems like a low number just from a percentage perspective, but we over-index in every other category around how we spend, what we spend on, and the things that we consume. So we should look at consumption. So I think the miss is that, it's only 14% of the population. We don't need to engage with them, all the time, but harking back to what I said originally, we're Black 365 days a year. So even though I'm 14% of the population, I'm 95 to 100% buying the products that speak to me and that resonate with me, that my mom, my grandma, grandfather, cousins all use also. So if you get me as a consumer, you're not just getting an individual, you're getting the entire family for generations. So the multiplier needs to be a lot more than just 14%.
Excellent perspective, thank you. And as a culturally Jewish man, we're even way smaller than 14%.
Yeah.
There are no products generally built for me, and I'm totally okay with it.
Well, opportunity knocks.
Hey, for some wise brand out there, we're present. So we're talking about it, let's get back to the title, Our Dollars, Our Dignity. If we're thinking about utilizing financial levers to make change, so the black consumer gets seen more and addressed more and given more products that maybe are in their sweet spot and built for them, how do you deploy these levers?
It's interesting. I just read an article, I think in Axios, about boycotts and how consumers are speaking with their dollars. The problem with that is every day there's a new company to boycott. There's a new offensive thing that has happened. I think the historical place of boycotts, especially thinking about Dr. King and the civil rights movement, it was very specific. They chose one market at a time. They made that work and they used that to prove the point of the places. So I think from a consumer, if I had influence on the black consumer, I would say let's focus on key areas or key brands that we're going to boycott to make our dollars, appear powerful. But I can't boycott every store, right? Because I need to buy things, I need to live, I'm a consumer, I need to eat, I need to put on clothes. But I can choose one. And if we all stand behind that one, that proves the case that others don't mess with us. But if we're too spread out, then the power isn't really there. The reason why the Montgomery bus boycott worked is that no one in Montgomery that was black rode the bus. They lost all the consumers, not a little bit of the consumers, but all of them. And I think right now we're a little diluted and we need to find a way to come back together as one conglomerate.
We need some focus as well.
We need some focus, yeah.
All right, ending on that, we need some focus. Everyone's excited to tune into the panel. Thanks for moderating.
Thank you.
We'll catch another conversation soon.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.